All right. Just came off the bye week after a disappointing loss to the Titans. 5-6 Panthers going to the 5-6 Jaguars, who are pretty good at running the ball and playing defense. We are 2 games back from first place in the division, the 10th seed in the NFC. We got to win some games. We're not out of it. We're still in it. We just got to execute, man. Which is what we got to do. So, Jaguars. Let's see who they're coached by. Vance Joseph. They seem to have a pretty shitty scheme fit. Looks like they run a 3-4. We'll take a look at the depth chart. I think all of our players are back. I think Christensen's back, Moten's back. Yep. McCreary, the guy who they stole from us in free agency, is out. And whoever this guy is, I think he was a rookie. Oh man, I've played with some playbooks. I don't even know if I want to chance it. Um, I don't know. Anthony Richardson. Had he been rated a 70, we would have a better chance. But the fact that he's in his 60s, he's probably going to look like a Hall of Famer now. Bashal Tootin and Mixon, Joe Mixon. They have a wide receiver core. Brian Thomas Jr., Jeremiah Smith, who's a rookie, X Factor. Travis Hunter. So that's going to be tough to stop. Orlando Brown Jr. Looks like they have a decent offensive line. If there is a weakness, I would think it's probably the left guard, right tackle. They're running a 3-4. This guy was up in the sack leaderboards at some point. I don't know if that was last year or during this year. I remember seeing that name and not knowing who it was. Trayvon Walker coming off on the edge. Devin Lloyd seems to be a really good middle linebacker. Let's see what they had. Of course, Hines Allen, really great edge rusher. And, kind of mid cornerbacks. Mid free safety, strong safety looks good. That's it. So, the weekly plan. What do we do? Oh, man. How do we attack them? I don't know, man. I mean, I think I say we run the ball. And we stop their run. Yep. Seems like a good plan to me. So he gets 53 attempts. Dude, that's like 10 a game, isn't it? No. That's like 5 a game. I wonder if we should do that. Better block shedding, tackling, pursuit, play recognition when calling QB scramble play counters. So that's only going to help, though, when we call those plays. Yeah, stop the run. And they want us to throw deep. I'm thinking we were going to run, right? Yeah. Let's just run it. Let's just run it, man. All right, I'm nervous as fuck because I never know how we're gonna play. On paper we should be good. I mean, dude, we've got a good roster. We've got a young quarterback, but he should be good. Got great running backs, um, good wide receivers, good tight end. Offensive line's good. Good pass rushing. We're not that great here, but I mean, shoot, we've had worse and played better. I don't know. Our safeties are better. I mean, everything's better. So, sometimes I think it comes down to execution, and sometimes I rarely play calling. Like it's 3rd and 3, and they go for 2. Route goes for 2 yards. So, all right, let's just play the fucking game. Let's see here. I think this is a better running playbook than the one I was playing with. Is more passing. So let's go there.
It's week 13 of the National Football League, and we've got a showcase of shutdown defenses.
Who's that old guy?
It's the Panthers and the Jaguars, just ahead on EA Sports.
With its distinctive swimming pools in the upper deck, there's a look inside Everbank Stadium here in Duval County, Florida. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
All right.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Don't fuck it up, Arch.
So here the Panthers
go out there. Just hand the ball off, run.
They'll be led out by the former Texas Longhorn, their rookie quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Throwing is Manning.
Jesus.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. Here's Manning to throw. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Bounce back, motherfucker. God damn it.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And leading them out is their 5th-year quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Here's Richardson to throw. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely.
Dude, I swear to God, if Anthony Richardson tears us up, I may start breaking shit.
Richardson off the play fake. He completes it to Hunter. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Richardson looking to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Again, it's Richardson. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Manning now to throw. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Play action. Manning. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
There you go.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. To throw is Manning. That's over the middle to his tight end Sanders. His first catch good for 8 and a first down. Manning. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
I just don't get it, dude. I think he easily got the first there. What the fuck, man? It's 3rd and inches. I've deleted all those fucking plays, but you have a guy right there. Okay, take it.
And he's got it.
But still.
Touchdown, Panthers. Xavier Legette, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The touchdown giving him the first quarter
all
lead.
Goal
Remember,
line
they
and
lost
3rd
a
and
rough
short.
game 2
4th
weeks
and
ago.
short.
Then they had to sit through the
I got
open
rid
week,
of
but a
empty
good start
sets.
here.
And just think about everyone around them, everyone around the organization. When you lose headed into that open week, everyone's cringing because you don't have a chance to get on the horse and ride it again for at least 2 weeks. Well, they were able to take that time, use it constructively, and now they're back in form.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it.
See, I don't understand why he would be open.
Losing ground fast.
Horn didn't have anyone underneath to worry about.
Teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete. You look at this Carolina defense. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit, and now they're out executing.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Richardson working from the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. Now Manning. Got a man, that's Liggett. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The ball on the 32, it's 2nd and 2. Now Manning.
Oh,
and
man.
His throw here is going to be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Manning going to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Richardson looking to throw this. Thomas has got it, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to have a Jags first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Read option.
Now Richardson sliding out of the pocket. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Dude,
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now it's Richardson. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Over the middle, complete. It's Thomas. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded.
That's our problem, man. Too many 3 and outs. Our routes don't get open for some reason.
Manning. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back
everything has to go well for us just to get
the pressure
a drive
got home
going.
On that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday press it a little bit. This might be the case.
What the fuck
He gets
is
it to
that?
Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Richardson. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And Thomas has it. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. Now Manning. This is caught by McMillan. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. The Panthers at 5 and 6 to start play, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get the
under pressure, and down he goes.
Not that
The defense
couldn't see that
rising to
a
the
mile away.
challenge and setting him back on the sack.
He saw the pressure and he got out, but he never got upfield. And the defense, they took full advantage of a rookie mistake there. They were able to add a big loss on the sack.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Throwing is Manning. That one complete to Ligon. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. To throw, it's Manning. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. The Jags offense and Brian Thomas getting set to take over once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Here's Richardson to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Now Brown. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
Can't be going
Carolina getting set
I don't understand why they're not running.
If you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Now they'll throw it with Manning.
Trying
for Sanders, but this is intercepted. And the Jags will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Richardson out of the shotgun. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
2nd and 6. Oh, he fakes a spike. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Working from the gun, Manning. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Oh my fucking God! God damn it!
Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. The home team's offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And see.
Dude, I'm fucking trying, man. You are fucking done. I actually think you might be done for good. Like fucking seriously done.
His way in this first half. It has resulted in a big play as borne out by the numbers. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, and it's the Saints who are out in front. Chris Olave, a touchdown reception. From there, let's get down to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting L.A. Chargers. Chase Brown, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Bears still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Mixing up the middle. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for the Jags' first down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Richardson looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Thomas. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 23. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Mixon with a first down carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Panthers' 22-yard line.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 15-yard line. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Richardson. And this is going to be incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just
They'll go
wonder,
for it.
you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough?
They'll
Was
get
he
it.
close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, gotta catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
What a fucking joke.
So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
The Jaguars will line up.
Richardson will throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Manning. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Here's a 2nd and 5. Manning now to throw. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Richardson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Yeah, Richardson yet again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. And now it's 2nd down. Inside handoff to Mixon. Breaks a tackle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Richardson working from the gun. That's complete right around the 80. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
I want to see the replay on that. I just don't understand how they get so open.
As his guys are able to extend their lead.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He just take it.
Ransom and fucking Wallace, two of my best defensive players. What the fuck, man?
And rumbled in for a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right.
A couple guys open over there.
Result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
3-yard fucking pass.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7.
Compared to these fucking lower fucking players.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe.
That's our defense. He catches it. Gains a couple more yards. Might even be wide open.
Now Manning.
None of this makes sense.
Well, they certainly aren't ready
It's almost
today,
like when you
partner,
load up the
because
game,
they've
it
forced
decides
big turnovers
who's
already,
going to play like
and it's
shit.
been
And
incredibly tough for them to
just
get
don't.
yards against, let alone put points
How
up
do you
on the board.
fucking kill the Buffalo Bills
Now on fourth down,
with an
honors the
offense
punt
and then
team
just
sending this one
do
away.
nothing after that against lower teams?
49-yard
Holy
punt,
fuck.
5 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This offense making its way back out, led by their wide receiver. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this third quarter. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in to me.
Damn it, hold on.
Down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now
We've
coming
used the
up.
same playbooks
And the
other teams
Jaguars
have
send
used
out their
against
punter
us.
as he's on for the 5th time here today.
Makes 0 sense.
With it is Brown. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and out will come the offense as they take over. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter
Anthony
run out
fucking
there and do his
Richardson,
thing
bro.
during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Okay?
Well,
Making
I mean,
better
I'm okay
decisions
with it.
out
I
there.
have a feeling
How does that
this
make any
offense,
sense?
They don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly,
Miller
the
fucking
punter
Moss.
doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense.
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there.
Spencer
57
fucking Rattler.
yards.
Miller
And the
Moss,
Panthers have
Anthony
cut it back
Richardson.
within a score.
I just don't understand.
Well, Charles,
Every now and
kind of
then we get these
future of
plays,
this
sure.
franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into
But
the
where's the
end zone.
Can
consistency
you imagine if we were in the
that I've
owner's
seen from
box
those
right
players
now, we could
against
look at the
us?
front office and see the grins on their faces
A
to
really
see
good D.
the present,
Better
making
than
plays,
theirs.
and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Point after, right down the middle. And that
So
will get
shit.
him one closer.
I'm trying so many fucking playbooks. This one seemed to be
The
doing
Carolina kick
good.
team is
I mean,
out
didn't we
there
win
ready
3
to
in a
go,
row?
and they kick this one away.
I mean, shit, I guess it didn't look pretty, but the one we played with the Bills just ended up
Oh,
shit.
good return up past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Richardson looking to throw this. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. And it's picked up by the Panthers.
Go, big boy.
He may go.
Wow. Is that what I need to do? Just yell at this fucking team?
It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. But how about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And able to get this out to the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now Richardson. Thomas has got it, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. Smith, the man in motion left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now it's Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. It's caught. Smith. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. So from the 37, here's second down and 1. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sensing a QB scramble here.
Richardson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
One more stop.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Panthers offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now.
Rolling.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long. Manning. Got a man. That's Ligon. It'll be a gain of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Manning to throw. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now. He's been terrific so far. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. The Jaguars offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's Richardson to throw.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play.
The only thing I trust is our field goal kicker,
with a completion
45 yards
for enough
or
yardage
under,
for a first
maybe
down.
48.
From the shotgun, Richardson. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. It's taken to the 26. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Manning going to throw. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he
The
has
amount of
in this
times
one,
we don't have
you
anyone
definitely
open
start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime
in
pick
comparison
six territory.
to other
That time,
offenses.
he made sure the only
It's
guy who was
amazing.
going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Manning. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the bank spin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Well, this offense and their wideout headed back onto the field. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show, as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them
So wait, didn't their scheme suck?
Defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the
so
stop.
why aren't they playing shitty?
Now they face a second and
What
long
the fuck
following
is
the
wrong
holding
with this
penalty.
shit? There's some seriously fucking voodoo shit going on.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now 3rd down and 7. Richardson looking to throw.
Wow.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
Wide fucking
And he'll be out of
open, man.
bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Just lets him
The
go.
kind of game he's had so far, you
Just
had to know
fucking
that on
lets
3rd
him
down,
fucking go.
They would be looking his way, and they did.
No fucking,
for
don't, just
big
don't worry
yardage
about it.
and-
What the fuck?
I think the deep.
This fucking shit. How is that? I can't imagine this shit.
To switch on that one, I would have doubled him,
Oh, my
tripled him,
goodness.
anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Thank you.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Richardson out of the shotgun. Throw left side complete. That's Hunter. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So here's a 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Richardson.
Thank you.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Brown, he's
Come on,
the
guys,
one to
let's
get
just-
him, and that
one
is
good
sack number
fucking drive,
7
please.
for him on the year.
No
And
turnovers.
the Jaguars send out their punter.
No 3 and
as he'll
out.
come on to kick this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now Manning. That one completes illegal. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the gun, it's Manning. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Like, you have to be.
Like somebody thought he had an open
That's the
look
shit I'm
beyond
talking
the
about
first
right
down
there.
marker to his
Arch
receiver,
Manning
but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to
Couldn't
the
even
drawing
reach
board.
his feet compared to what
Manning
these
now
other
to throw.
fuckers do.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Hines-Allen drops
Man.
him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to kick it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. And Thomas has it. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Back to throw. Richardson. A short throw to Ingram.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now Richardson into the hands of Ingram. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. An important one here, no doubt. 3rd and 4. Richardson to throw it. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
I swear to God, dude. If it's
so
a
they're
short
forced
out
to punt on
interception,
4th as this one's away. Now Brown.
I may retire.
That'll go as a 39-yard punt.
I may send my letter of
on the
resignation
return. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Man.
Yeah, so you start pointing
God
fingers
damn it,
at
I
each
put
other
that
a
shit
little
in
bit,
there,
asking
so
a
you
lot
had
of
to,
questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
How stupid is that shit?
And they're able to get this one across.
That's why they didn't put it in there. I put it in there so he'd have a fucking option.
He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Don't you dare fucking...
Big play looming here. This is 3rd and 7 with a crowd on their feet. Back to throw. Manning. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Taylor Moton, huh? Almost $30 million a year. 25.
Here's the Panthers punter now
a year.
as he's on here to punt it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Oh, my God.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Richardson. He'll air it out deep for Thomas.
Wow, I'd cut him too.
Oh my gracious.
I'd do what I did to T-Mac for that one.
Code, but he could not hang
Why
on
we
to
don't
it.
have
They'll
2 eye
try
safeties
again
is
here.
beyond me
Second
right
and
now.
10. Here's Richardson. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him out to the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Call the fucking timeout. At this
stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
What are you doing?
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away.
This is some stupid lost cause bullshit, man.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Jaguars going to get possession of the football first here in this overtime session as the kick is away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Richardson dials up the first throw of overtime. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now it's Richardson. Quick slant here to Smith.
So, like, where's our
They'll wind up getting
interceptions,
7
man?
on the play.
Well, we're
and now
throwing
it's
1 a
3rd and
game
3.
on average, at least.
Richardson working from the gun. Thomas has got it, complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely.
50-yarder, are they going for it, or are
It'll
they
be
kicking
4th
it?
and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now Richardson. And he's got it. And
Wow.
he's into the end zone for the touchdown. And
Amazing.
a game winner in OT.
I guess we got nothing to lose now, man. Might as well just fuck around with playbooks like no other.
4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough.
No answers. No, just no words.
We play in the NFL,
So confused.
But the execution was pretty darn good.
So for Jacksonville, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week.
Nothing
Meanwhile,
works.
for the Panthers, it was a win they needed
make
to
a
turn the
change
season
that look
around, but
fucking
instead
amazing.
they fall to 5-7.
Then it's
And
just-
they'll try to turn it
don't
around
change
next week
anything,
as
and it
they
just
head to
sucks, and it
Atlanta
continues
for a
to suck.
matchup with the Falcons.
They keep,
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.
Yep. Oh, 2 games behind the Bucks. 4 games left. No, wait. 5 games left. But we're looking like shit. Do this to have fun. This is not fun. Well, Rams have won 3 games since they got Bryce. Oh, fuck. I think I just need to take the time. I don't know, man. What do I do? What do I do to start having some fun again? Okay, so this is the recommended playbook for this one. You know, there's several, but we've been running the Jets. I've taken out the fucking plays that don't work. That like guaranteed do not fucking work. Toss plays, weird ass fucking play actions when it's 3rd and long when you don't need a fucking play action. You know, 4th and long. You know, the fucking empty set, 4th and 1, 3rd and 1, goal. It's just so. I've done that to all of them. Scheme fit matches. If you run out of your scheme fit, your fucking players look like high school ballers. This one's the best one's the Steelers playbook was running that shit. Moved fucking right tackle to left tackle. Um, had a power guy at right tackle. Still played fucking Moten at the right tackle though. But you know we weren't catching fucking balls. This one seemed to fucking be doing well, even though we didn't really match the scheme fit until we started just sucking hardcore. Um, that was the Green Bay Packers playbook. Might have to go through the fucking defensive playbook. I don't know. Maybe just fucking be like, all right, just fucking go man, dude. Fucking Tampa 2. 3-4 Tampa 2. Just mix up your fucking zones with linebackers, and that's it. I don't know. I haven't touched any plays. Sometimes we do great. Shit. First couple seasons, I think we had a really good defense. Haven't touched a damn thing. Just the players have turned better and matching more scheme fits. Ah, dude, this is fucking weird shit, man. Jaguars. You know, shitty quarterback too. 1 out of 5 physical receivers they catch balls. My goodness. I am so fucking at a loss of how to make this team. Like, just look competitive, man. We had two big plays that made us competitive in that game. The rest of it was just horseshit. And that's been the kind of the theme too. Remember, like we've had like last second first half on the first half, the last play of the first half, just bomb touchdowns, kind of fluke touchdowns. I don't get it. I don't get. I wish if someone, I just how how does a 77 overall star rated quarterback with 73 awareness look worse than this guy? 81, 74, 75. 98. I just how? How is that fucking possible? What is wrong with this fucking game? You want to make them look even, okay, but how? What's what's the fucking point? Oh, dude, what is seriously the fucking point of drafting this kid? And it, dude, if there's a fucking Bryce fan out there, like, well, you shouldn't let go of Bryce. Dude, he looks as bad as he looks right now. Well, I don't know. Maybe the last couple of games he's matched his level of shittiness. So, you can't. I get the whole like slow sim versus fast sim. That's why we adjust the sliders a little bit. Maybe that's it. Maybe there was a reason why that guy had. No, I don't know, man. No, because I bumped up. I just don't. I don't. Uh. He had a pass blocking way lower than I have it, and we're still getting fucking sacks. The opposing team gets sacks on us too. I think it looks realistic. Maybe I need to look at it again because the only other thing I can think of was that I boosted the QB accuracy a little bit. Now, you would think that an Arch Manning should look better than Anthony Richardson, especially with that QB slider. I just don't. I can't. I don't. The fucking weird, weirdest fucking shit ever. Look at 80. We're overall 86, 84, 89 on defense, and we're playing teams with less, and they're like beating us. More like the score doesn't really dictate the game, in my opinion. 3 and outs, punt. Couple big plays that keep us in the game. You can't trust that our defense is going to stop anyone. Semi consistently. First season, we had worse players, and they it like I can almost trust that we would bend but not break. I don't understand. So I don't know, man. Maybe it's time just to fuck around. I don't know. Like do some kind of fucking air raid. I don't know. Maybe even create my own fucking playbook, like that. I thought really fucked with it with shit. Such it scares me to do that. So I don't know. Like it takes such a pain in the ass. It takes so fucking long. It's so painstaking to make your own playbook. I tried it. I actually did it, and they looked like shit out there. So yeah. Miller Moss, Spencer Rattler, Anthony Richardson. But you know, Dylan Raiola we shut down. You know, Josh Allen we shut down. Baker Mayfield we shut down. But Miller Moss, yeah. Cade Klubnik, okay. Uh, Spencer Rattler, what the fuck? It's clear to me that if I fuck with the playbooks, they really probably can't play much worse. So I need to not be scared. I need to go fuck with the playbooks. And I don't know. Maybe we'll run a Lions playbook next time. I've already got one saved. We'll see how it goes. And I think I need to fuck with the defense. You know what? I'll fucking do it on stream. Probably gonna look like shit though, but we could still make the playoffs, man. Yeah, don't pay attention to this. I had to download this mod for one of the mods to work so I could play. Basically offsets the what they call the splash screen or whatever the bullshit. Yeah, I've had my fill of fucking Geno goddamn Smith. Okay, see, don't even haven't even touched the defensive playbook, man. You do anything, you do if you make any change, you have to create your own playbook. So here we are. Look at this shit. Okay, so this is the one with the scheme we currently have. That's a really good scheme or scheme fit for us. This is the one I just was fucking with, but was too scared to try out. That's gonna be next. Gonna run that one. This is the one that seemed to be working for 1 or 2 games and then sucked. This is the one. Hold on. This is the one that I really fucking created. Like, I know it's called Steelers, but like I really edited this one. Um, then when it started to suck, I think I took the same Steelers playbook and just basically like didn't really create one, just kind of just fine tuned it a little bit. This one was just fine tuned a little bit based off the Panthers playbook. So none of these have fucking really showed us consistency. None. All right. So this is where you go pick and activate, and of course you have a limit. So right now it says formations. I won't see. Okay, so yeah, down at the bottom there it says formations. We have 8 picked out of 13. Um, so we can actually pick 5 more formations, and then we can have up to 500 plays, I guess. But this is kind of, this is the game plan is the meat and potatoes of it. And if you want something in this game plan, you need to go activate it in all plays if you can't select it. So, this is where I don't even, I think I opened this up once and I'm just trying to understand. All right. One bite at a time. One bite at a time. So I don't know what creates a bunch. Like when is the situation a bunch? All right. So how about this? This is what I'll do. If I don't like a play, I'm just going to minimize it. I just don't know what. So I guess my guess is that when the offense has a bunch formation. I'll do this off stream. I gotta go take care of the dog. She's starving. But all right. Until next time, return for all your great Slow Sim Panthers successful seasons.